Good evening, race fans! Welcome into the Season 3 finale for Affinity Racing Series Next Gen. We are here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Air Taco Fiesta Finale 150, 13th race of the season. A champion will be crowned at the end of 150 laps. Hopefully no overtime, settle it in regulation. But here as always with me in the booth, Art, how we doing tonight?
I am excited. We get Charlotte Motor Speedway, one of the best tracks on the schedule. We get, a decider for a championship race. And we reached the goal for, the NASCAR Foundation Racing with a Reason.
Absolutely. Race information is as follows. As Art just said, every race this season for the benefit of the NASCAR Foundation. 2 laps of qualifying to set the field for the 150-lap main event. 55% fuel capacity, giving these drivers an estimated fuel run of 32 to 36 laps. 5 total tire sets, 1 starter, 4 in the pits, 0 fast repairs, and 3 green-white checkers if needed tonight. And let's go ahead and take you into the on-track action as qualifying is underway. The top of the board is Kyle Ritchie, 29.89 on his first lap. But here is the man they're all trying to beat tonight. Perrin Huggins came in with an 11-point lead over Cabe McClenney. Unfortunately, due to personal reasons, Cabe McClenney was not able to be here tonight. A huge twist in this championship race. So that means Perrin Huggins now has a 26-point lead over Sean Anderson, a 31-point lead over Kyle Ritchie, a 50-point lead over Brandon Bowers, and a 54-point lead over Ryan Tiller. I believe Michael McElroy said at the top of the show this afternoon, that a 55-point gap was the mathematical limit. So those drivers are all in it, but the ball is in Perrin Huggins' court, and he goes top of the board, 29.77. for Perrin Huggins.
And there would definitely have to be some shenanigans happening for someone to really challenge Perrin. It is possible.
Anything can and will happen. Perrin has had a dominant season and looking to put a bow on it here tonight with his potential 7th win in 13 races and a championship to boot. Randy Arms 29.97, the top 7 all in the 29-second bracket. Andrew Tennell crossing the line.
I am curious if we somehow ended up in a situation where it was statistically impossible for another driver to catch him, would they still hold the race?
I mean, they got to decide all the other battles and regular season awards, so yes, they would have.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to other people getting paid. I don't care about my money.
It's my money, and I want it now.
J.G. Wentworth.
Anderson goes 9th quickest, right above Michael McElroy. Last man to qualify, William Bowman in the 53 machine. 30 seconds remaining.
McElroy said postseason awards. True that.
And Bowman goes 13th quickest, will not have time for another lap. But the top 16 have elected to qualify out of 21 entries here this evening. It might be 20 though. I think McMillan had something pop up. He had to dip out. So I think we'd have 20 drivers here tonight. And we have, I know we let off the point standings. It's 54 back to Ryan Tiller, but essentially it is between Perrin Huggins, Sean Anderson, and Kyle Ritchie. 26 points back to Sean Anderson, 31 back to Kyle Ritchie. And then Bowers and Tiller, who need literally everything to go right for them. As in, Perrin does not lead the first lap, blows his motor immediately, and then an asteroid crashes into his wherever his internet's hosted at. So he needs it all to go wrong. Those Bowers and Ryan Tiller, but essentially Perrin Huggins, Sean Anderson, and Kyle Ritchie will the three be duking it out here. But yeah, the Air Taco Fiesta Finale 150 at Charlotte. Names highlighted on the top of your screen are the postseason drivers. Oh, right, Tiller's not here either, so yeah, take him out of it. Forgot about that too. So yeah, essentially Perrin Huggins, Sean Anderson, Kyle Ritchie, and then maybe Brandon Bowers. So there you go. God, I forgot. He's having his own Fiesta.
So I just want to say I went and did some math based on the fact that we have, it's rare for me, right?
Right.
21 cars on track with no bonus points. I believe Perrin gets a minimum of 23 points.
23 points for a 21st place finish. I think it's 20, though. I think Nick Miller said he was heading back, so we'll see.
Oh, so then it would be 24.
Yeah. Nevertheless,
that we are sitting right now with Perrin Huggins as the champion, yes.
Right, yes.
Because even to get the statistical best outcome would be very hard.
Yeah, you're asking for a lot, and especially Pinder starting on pit road. Sam Hines is actually a next up driver, so I don't know why he joined the server. So he is not racing. Nick Miller also not here. So take it down to 19, and the odds just got that much harder for anyone else chasing.
So 24, 25 points minimum.
25 points minimum. And that's assuming Perrin Huggins gets last, which is unlikely. Unless somebody has some hidden vendetta and show it. But we'll see.
We gonna make picks to win for the race.
Perrin Huggins for the race win and the championship.
You mean Brandon Bowers.
For the race win and not the championship.
Obviously.
Well, here we go. A thrilling season comes to a conclusion here after 150 laps. The Air Taco Fiesta. We'll be having a Fiesta at the end of this, most likely Perrin Huggins, but we got to get there to decide it. Enters the Geico restart zone, and the season finale is underway.
Really should have picked Sean Anderson, as I believe even with like the minimum spot that Perrin Huggins can finish now, Kyle Ritchie is out of it.
Because, yeah, Nick Miller not here, so it's 19 cars. Bowers challenging early, though. Still pride on the line. Trying to win a race if you can.
We've got the 9 machine up in the wall there.
Side by side for second. That's the Jughead boys. Kyle Ritchie would love to finally win a race this season. He's had great speed, finished second a couple of times. But no wins yet for this 76 machine. 9 top 10s in the first 12 races. Perrin Huggins, though, how about his season? 6 race wins in the 12 races preceding this. 50% win ratio. Trying to go 7 for 13, win over half of the season.
I'm surprised you brought up Kyle Ritchie's top 10. He's got 9 top 10s and 8 top 5s. That's arguably a little more impressive.
Yeah, that's the impressive consistency that gave him an outside shot coming into tonight. Sean Anderson down 4 positions. He turned it on once he got to the postseason. That is Kevin Boley a lot of right side damage there for that 99 machine. Under pressure from Brandon French.
Yeah, they shake in the core. He's been in that the entire season.
Quickest man on the racetrack last lap was Dylan Favich, 29.91, tracking down his teammate. And how about this? Battle for the race lead. Not a battle, but that is now James Jimmy Fillers into the lead and into turn number 1. Perrin obviously just being very cautious. He already got a bonus point for leading a lap. So it puts even more pressure on his championship rivals. But again, not that heated. Not, oh, the best finisher wins. It's pretty calm. Perrin Huggins, if someone's trying to make a move, don't want to risk anything. Just play it safe.
It is quite literally, if Perrin Huggins finishes the race, champion.
Essentially, yes.
Like, they needed to attack him before he got in the car. Pull a Tanya Harding, go for the knees.
Oh my goodness. Hello, Wyatt. How about this, though? Chris Pinder, last lap, was the fastest man on the racetrack. Obviously started from pit road. And now it's gone back to Andrew Tennell. We have 7 cars separated by 0.6 of a second. And they are mere centimeters apart.
Perrin was looking there up under Fillers. He wanted to get back by him.
You'll always choose clean air if you can. 3 wide for the race lead through 1 and 2. Kyle Ritchie all the way around the outside. And he's going to be clear of at least Perrin, or Failvich. Him and Huggins going to be... Never mind, just like that, Huggins drops off. Failvich through the second. Potentially off of 4. Almost contact made. Everyone holds their nerves. And Kyle Ritchie up 4 spots. Dylan Failvich up 5. Pretty racy here. Look at this little lead pack right here. Even further back, this second group, very racy. Top 18 separated by 2.8 seconds, and obviously Chris Pinder starting from pit road. Now side by side for third. And this is just Perrin Huggins saying, all right, quick on the short run. Just don't screw anything up. Don't want to give anyone some false hope. Just run a solid top 5, even the top 10. If he finishes 10th, he's got it in the bag handily. I mean, he can just back off on 10th and not even worry about it. But obviously, he's going to want to win. Put the exclamation point on his season.
Go 7 wins in a season. That'd be actually insane.
Over a 50% win rate. I know it's 13 races, but that's hard to do. Even if it was 4 races, to win 2 of them.
Obviously he's won half the races, so every other driver's won. Like, he's won as many as all of them combined.
Right. So
if he can get that extra one, that's just... I mean, he is the obviously deserving champion. Still would have won the game. I can't believe he would do this to us.
How dare you spend time with your family and enjoy all that the real world has to offer.
Your life is supposed to be sim racing.
Hey, it may not be a YJ Media Man team-wise out in front, but we are on the side of the leading car. So we got that going for us.
Hey, he tried to join our team. He was looking. He's like, hey, do y'all want me for next season?
And you told him no.
I told him we were selling all operations to Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I'm sure he'll pick up the phone any minute now.
Hey, he's been looking to get into NASCAR. ARS is the next best thing.
He's looking for a next-gen charger. We got one for him. We're not going to hold him over a barrel like Stuart Haas will.
Stuart Haas about to devalue the charter system. It's so incredibly bad.
Look at this, side by side between TTSL for the race lead. I'm sure they're having a good time with their voice channel right now.
I'd have to assume they're talking about the time they lost me 2v1 in Rocket.
Yeah, but they switched lines there. It was Failvich on the outside. They flip-flop back and forth. Now it's Ritchie on the high side. And on both ends, a little bit of right front damage there from Failvich.
Getting a little too close to the wall.
Can we call Dale Jr.?
If we could call Dale Jr., you'd never hear from Max again.
I wouldn't be here at the moment. I'd be doing something else. Even all the way to 17th is side-by-side. So side-by-side for the race lead, side-by-side for 17th. French into the wall. Aaron now making his way back up to charge for second. And potentially the race lead as it was Failvich getting by Kyle Ritchie for the time being.
I think Failvich is lock it.
Playing the team game for Kyle Ritchie. Say, well, if I can't win... Randy Arms. How about Andrew Tenold right there in 5th spot? They're all racing pretty hard here. That's
another guy
that's
who's
certainly
looking
a
to make...
dynamic camera. That's one of the more odd camera angles I've ever seen. Man.
As I was saying, Tenold, a guy who's looking to, show progress for the coming season, wants to make sure that people know his team is in it,
Well, they'll know his team's here because Perrin Huggins is going to win their first ever championship.
Remember when little TPR was, I don't want to say kind of a joke, but they were goofy.
They had a lot of learning to do. And they've grown up a lot in the last 2 seasons. Season 2 and now here at the conclusion of Season 3. Made some solid signings, obviously.
And we've even gotten better as a team. Like you said, Tenold up there, 6 right now. Or is it 5th? It's 5th. I can't count.
Still can't do road courses, though. We will rib you on that.
To be fair, no one can do road courses. Everyone looks like an amateur out there compared to, like, Cave, Perrin, and Brandon Bowers.
And there we go. Battle for the lead did not last long. Perrin Huggins was just saving his stuff a little bit and flew by both Failvich and Kyle Ritchie back in P1 here. We were at lap number 18. Halfway through a fuel run already. Halfway through that fuel run. Let's go ahead and crank it up for the first time live on Air Taco Fiesta night. Slowly starting to pull away. It was even a car length. Now it's 2 car lengths.
Can I say I resent in chat me being a car soccer sweat? It is called being a semi-professional.
You did win money for a semi-professional Rocket League tournament, so I'll give you that.
The only people that beat me in that tournament were actual professionals. So, I was right there. My time came and went. I got old, washed, semi-professional.
Something interesting that I noticed there through that crank, and that was Cody B. Johnson is clutching the car into these corners, trying to save fuel. There's no stages on Monday nights. We see that on Tuesdays. But he's got something planned here. Shutting the car completely off there. He is down 12 spots, so it's by design for him. Brandon Bowers, a little bit of right front damage as well. Side by side for third with Failvich, Fillers, and Randy Arms right there. Any one of these guys could win 8/10 of a second, 9/10 of a second between your top 6. Alex Chura leading this next group. Four cars in that battle. Then back to Joshua Parent, who is your biggest mover, +8. After not getting a chance to set a qualifying lap. Leads McElroy and Demien.
I was gonna say, it was a little more out of Parent speed-wise there.
Yeah, up 8 spots. 5 seconds off the lead. Had to use his stuff up a little bit to get through that midfield. So see what he can do if he can catch a caution and get bunched back up. So we know he's got good speed. Had some horrible luck through the regular season.
Problem is, I don't like ARS has started to look a lot like LSRL. There have not been a lot of cautions.
They have cleaned up their act. Everyone has been putting on a good couple of weeks here now with Parent Huggins as a half-second lead. We are nearly 3 wide for second place here through 1 and 2, but Bowers power off of 2. Side by side for third now. Bowers into the wall just a tiny bit.
Jughead boxing in Kyle Ritchie.
Kyle Ritchie, the meat and a Jughead sandwich. Trying to go around the outside. Looks like a little bit of right front damage for Kyle Ritchie. Failvich right there as well. So Jughead versus TTSL. Randy Arms representing us up here in the booth. Just hoping for a massive 4-car wreck. Takes the easy second place.
Hey, we won a first place.
I was talking to Randy before we went live. And he said I do better on Tuesday nights rather than on Monday nights because that car actually takes talent. He does not like the way the next gen drives, to put it lightly.
I feel like that's a consensus amongst real-life drivers, all virtual drivers, and the majority of viewers.
To be fair, you still have to perform once you get in the car, whether you like how it drives or not. And Parent Huggins has been the man performing all season long.
There's contact between Kyle Ritchie and James Fillers out of 2 there. Fillers got up there a little, or Kyle Ritchie got up there, almost turned himself off of Fillers.
Man heard how we were being so clean and professional, we decided to change that almost. And how about this? Brandon French coming in with Chris Pinder, actually. So going to come in just a couple of laps early, but Unified Pit Stop's the first underway. And you do 30, 60, 90, 120. It's a 4-stopper. And all 4 sets of tires will be used up in the pits. They're racing even all the way down to the 18th position. Randy going to come in first.
You know, I can't wait for a full Andrew Tennell offseason with Parent Huggins.
The development that we could see there. Because we know he's got the short run speed. He just burns up his stuff a little bit too much on the longer runs. You see they're getting into the wall a little tight, pursuing Casey Brown.
That is, in fact, exactly what I was talking about, because he's dropped all the way back down to... He was going to be in 10th, but Randy coming in, you know, gave him that spot. His tires just go so fast.
Yeah, good stops for everybody. Give me 4 Goodyear tires and fill it up full of Sunoco Racing fuel for Alex Chira. Right side's going on. Aaron gonna stay out. Everybody behind that gonna stay out as well. So we'll look for Chira 14.8 seconds. Randy's stop was a 14.9. Randy gonna be comfortably ahead. And will be the quickest man on the racetrack. These guys are, there's a bunch of fall off here at Charlotte by over a second at this point. 29.96 for Parent Huggins, his last lap, a 31.1. So well over a second. So Randy will be making time up, hand over fist. Casey Brown is in. Alex Chiro will as he'll be making time. Everyone that's came in early will be making a lot of time. Demien is destroyed, by the way. Big issues for that 21. Let's take a look at what happened. And I think he just missed pit road entry. Yes, he did. Oh.
What? Wait.
Just got kind of stuck in no man's land on the banking. And he was speeding a little bit too. Tried to maybe divert course last second, turn to the right, and then just got caught out by the barrels and towed to pit road.
With that, Bowers, Infillers, and Kyle Richerian, Felvich.
The top 7 still out on the racetrack, so Sam Demien's night effectively over, and Perrin will not even finish last, so +1 for him, making it all but a mathematical certainty that he walks away the champion here tonight. And was that, I'm very surprised Randy Arms did not actually get himself ahead of Brandon Bowers. He came in 4 laps beforehand, but his stop time was a lot longer, 15 seconds to 12 seconds for Brandon Bowers. So was that a 2-tire stop? I believe it was. Sean Anderson will stay out, kind of has to get a bonus point. Needs... I mean, it's an absolute requirement at this point that he gets at least one bonus point.
He needs everything, and even that. I mean, Demien's now out, so that's 18th in points at a minimum, and he's likely going to do a little bit better than that.
Little bit. Oh, and as I say that, though, did he speed on the entry? He did. 25 seconds, 26 seconds. So making it a little interesting is Perrin Huggins, as he will be down into 18th place. Sean Anderson in first, so if this result held, it would be pretty interesting. If we go green the rest of the way, it effectively takes him out of the contention for the win. Here comes Sean Anderson. Bowers is going to come around and put him a lap down. He's still there, 54 seconds stationary. And he is now in last place by some distance.
Demien has manually disconnected, so that is the guarantee.
So let's go back and look at this real quick, on what the issue was for Perrin Huggins. And let's just do it like this. He just kind of got caught out. Yeah, 52. Yeah, that's speeding. So gonna have to make up a lot of time. He's obviously one of the quickest cars out there tonight, so he'll catch some of the guys at the back of the pack. As Cody B. Johnson continues to lead. Randy was able to get around. Here comes Cody B. Johnson, who did 40 laps. A little long, and that will hand over the net lead of this race to Randy Arms from Bowers. It's a 2-man show at the front. Bowers with 4-lap pressure tires, though. And Brandon French through 1 and 2 is in a little bit of danger of going a lap down. And that would be even more problems for Perrin Huggins, because he would not be the lucky dog if we get a caution. And we might only get 1 caution tonight, if that.
I feel like if we do get 1 caution, it's going to get more, but...
So now Kyle Ritchie... The problem that Sean Anderson has, though, is he was obviously the next closest competitor. So Perrin Huggins had his issues, yes, but not the night Sean Anderson would have wanted. Started 6th, but has fallen back to 10th. Kyle Ritchie would now be the next closest competitor. He would jump Sean Anderson. Kyle Ritchie, you kind of have to stay out on the next stop, get that bonus point, and just see what happens from there. If you're Perrin Huggins and the rest of this race goes green, you'll probably pass Cody B. Johnson, French, Pinder, 20. Yeah, you'd probably get back to 10th, maybe, honestly. Outside damage for Kyle is what we're hearing after contact with James Fillers. A good run tonight from Michael McElroy in the 8th position. Casey Brown also having a solid night in 7th. Well, Perrin just making it a little interesting, a little harder than what he needed to, but Cody B. Johnson is going right back. He's leaving it in 5th gear. He's trying to save fuel. He's actually the man most likely to go a lap down based off of his current pace.
But I feel like Perrin would.
Perrin is 13 seconds behind Cody B. Johnson, who is trying to save fuel, but in doing so got himself stuck a lap down. Actually, no, he had an incident coming out of the pits. That would explain all of that. So that he had saved all that fuel, tried to get himself in a nice position, and then wrecked coming out of pit road. So he's got a very hurt car. Perrin will catch him on that alone. So put Perrin back up to 17th. As we are flying through this race, almost a third of the way there. And a little bit of drama. Perrin Huggins is down in 2nd to last. Bowers takes back the lead, looking for his 3rd win of the season. And if Bowers just hadn't had some rotten luck through this postseason, he could be a real threat to Perrin Huggins. He came tonight 50 points back. Just needed some better luck over the last 2 to 3 weeks. We would be having an entirely different conversation right about now.
Yeah, Bauer's run for the championship really would have been
Scarebo's finally in for what will be, I guess, the 2nd stop for him. But I don't think he had any damage or anything. But this is a little bit earlier than expected. Stops right in his box. Right side's going on, so it looks like it was planned for him. His 2nd stop of the evening. And the right side tire's there. Side by side for 2nd. And he's starting to struggle on those slightly older tires. And it is a Jughead 1-2 in the season finale. Interesting to note that Perrin Huggins holds on, which we still think he's got a really good shot to. Just made it interesting. It'll make the gap look way closer than what he would have wanted it to. But first season's champion of the Affinity Racing Series Next Gen Series, Nick Miller, in a topsy-turvy turn of events at Las Vegas for their season finale. Ended up beating Thomas Green in the last lap pass. Thomas Green would then go on to get his redemption in Season 2 by being the class of the field. And then kind of a similar story to last season. Perrin Huggins comes in, blitzes the field, wins half the races. Class of the field looking to take home the Season 3 championship. 3 different champions in the first 3 seasons.
And I've got to say, this is a Perrin we've had Perrin before. He was very good when we first saw him racing, but this is a new beast.
He has kind of refined his craft. The only thing that he hasn't quite figured out entirely is pit road entry, and I mean that in the serious way. We saw him at LSRL a couple weeks at Auto Club, racing for the win. Sped on pit road and ended up losing that race, and then in contention to win the championship here tonight. He still most likely will, but in contention to win the race and the championship, speeds on pit road will most likely not win, as there are multiple cars a lap down in front of him now.
I just know that if Cave happens to,
he'll be sick to his stomach.
He's gonna be like,
you think of that?
I just gotta show up.
Seriously, because Cave, we know how much speed he has week in and week out. Maybe even if he finishes P2 and Huggins gets P10. Man. But it's good. It is good for Cave McClenny. I know he had a great weekend with his family, so obviously the real world stuff comes first, but you just kind of wonder. It's one of those what-if scenarios. What could have happened? Or, if Cave McClenny is here, does Perrin Huggen know that, and he just takes it so easy, you know what I mean? So maybe if he shows up, he does the speed on pit road. So it's a whole butterfly effect, really. You just never know.
In on it, Steve, I think it would be worse, because that would be more pressure. Because you'd have your direct competition. I mean, he is 11 points back, so there's a little bit of a gap. But there would be more pressure to actually...
I wonder if it's less pressure, though, as we have a Jughead battle for the lead, because you just know, like, hey, I just got to finish in front of him. Or do you kind of, like... I wonder if what happened here tonight was, oh, I got a big lead, my championship rival's not going to be here, I can just kind of take it easy, and you kind of just get yourself caught out a little bit. Everyone's mindset, the way they approach things is different. It'll differ from driver to driver. You want those drivers that they want the spotlight, they want the pressures. We got big moves being made here. Obviously not for position, but Perrin trying to get through these cars as quick as he can.
I mean, you want the, and I know it's going to be funny to some people who don't like them, the Denny Hamlins, who are almost psychopathic when it comes to racing.
They just don't care about anything but the results.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of a bad comparison for Perrin, because Denny Hamlin has no championship success. So Perrin will most likely have a championship.
But I'm saying that's what you want in a driver.
Right. That mindset, that drive, where you're just unaffected by the things around you.
Like, that man can be going 200 miles an hour, cars on either side of him, and like just surrounding him, and he's just got a resting heart rate of like 100, maybe.
It's not even that. It's like 90 or something like that. I give it to you. You just want a racer in your car at the end of the day. You don't want somebody. We haven't seen that in a while since we've been broadcasting, where a mistake is instantly going to lead them into another mistake, and then they just unravel entirely, and it's like, what happened to that? Where did they end up? Or where they go wheel to wheel with somebody else, and just the slightest little bit, you don't want somebody flying off the rails at 200 miles an hour. And to our credit, we really haven't seen that in any of the leagues we've had in a long, long time. There have been slight occasions.
We did just see that in LSRL.
That's true.
Driver getting a one-race suspension.
That is very true. It was very unexpected, too, because that's somebody that you say, oh, he handles the pressure. He's not affected by those things. But, everyone's different. Everyone had, maybe had a bad day at work or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking it. And here comes Randy trying to undercut the race leaders again. I wonder how easy Perrin is going to take it on pit road this time.
And I would assume he's figured it out by now.
this is a good opportunity for somebody else to end their season on a high note now. Particularly, it's looking like one of the Jughead boys is going to kind of just walk out of here with a free win tonight. And Falovich, Richie, Chira, can anyone challenge them? Randy Arms definitely has a good shot at it as well. He's right in the mix. But I'm just so curious on Perrin Huggins. I just want to see his next pit stop because I just kind of want to ride on board with him, almost.
Oh, want to ride on board with somebody? Our team redeemed it.
Ah, driver on board redemption. I forgot you did that. How about that?
I did do that.
Very nice. What driver would you like us to ride on board with here? For?
Watch him pick Perrin now, simply because you said it.
We are nearing the halfway point of this race here in a couple minutes. The laps are just ticking away, 30 to 31 seconds at a time. Bowers is in, Kyle Ritchie, he's leaving his teammate out there. So the teammates are splitting strategies, right? We got one Jughead in, one Jughead out, one TTSL in, 2 out.
Just want to try and ensure, a team victory.
Everyone's trying to split strategies right now.
But we've got our 4 redemption. He wants Dylan Falovich.
The 88 in 3rd place on board with him. For a couple laps, he is yet to make his green flag pit stop, so we'll see that. We'll actually stay with him until then, because why not? It'll be a good onboard experience. He'll be in the next lap or 2 anyways. Shifting down to 4th and early on the throttle, so not this lap. Dylan Falovich has the honor of being our first ever driver that has had a redemption for an onboard ride-along, so we'll always have that. Also in a good position to pick up his 4th top 5 of the season. This 88 machine got into the playoffs, and then from there had 2 consecutive broken toe links to start the playoffs, so his championship hope was pretty much dashed out immediately. But still a very consistent driver when the luck's on his side. And just
Very
waiting on him
inconsistent
to...
at Rocky League.
Alex Chira is in, so we'll see if the TTSL teammates are going to pit together. Chira actually came in on the last lap, so we'll see when Falovich is coming in. Just going to have some faster drivers unlapping themselves on their new tires. That is Randy Arms, who pitted a handful of laps ago. He came out ahead of Brandon Bowers by 8 seconds. So Randy with a huge advantage. Now just has to nurse his tires and manage that gap the best that he can. Falovich, I'm going to need you to pit, my man. Here we go. Oh, just kidding. I thought he was getting out of the gas for a second. Now he is. He faked me out twice. But coming in, Dylan Falovich going to follow the race leader in. 45 miles an hour, 46 if you dare, all the way down pit road. Looking for his pit board on the left. Turn 5 away, 3 away, 2, 1. Into his box. Right side tires going on. John Anderson stays out and leads the lap. Joshua Parent, Andrew Tennell, Bowman, Boley have yet to pit. Left side's going on the throttle. And down and away for both Fillers and Falovich. And back up to speed, couple bumps to navigate. Very tentative on these new tires. Bowers goes on through. Andrew Tennell is now in. Back onto the back straightaway, and he'll blast up to speed. Seeing a number of cars go by. That's a pretty cool segment we got there.
I'm glad I added that. Still need more ideas.
Can we get a points update? If I knew if I knew how to do live points, I promise you it would be here. That is beyond my coding capabilities. I can show you the points, what they came into the night with, as a compromise. Cabe McClenny was not here tonight. We only had 19 drivers take the green flag. Sam Demien is out. So the worst Perrin Huggins can finish is 18th. He did have a pit road speeding penalty. He is currently outside of the top 10. He has yet to pit for his second stop as well, so he'll be back down the order when he finally comes in. Sean Anderson is leading the race currently, has yet to make his second stop, so your attention would turn to Kyle Ritchie, trying to make up a 31-point deficit. But Perrin will gain spots as the night goes on, because he is still one of the quickest cars on the racetrack. So, with all that being said, it is most likely Perrin Huggins that will be celebrating at the end of tonight.
Do you have incidents? Like, can you see who's got an incident?
I can see off tracks, not incidents. But I can. I think. Can I do this? Yeah, I can't see the incidents. So.
Because it is the most important thing. Because even if Sean Anderson wins the race and Perrin Huggins, who is coming in right now, he's still got it. He's still getting in there hot.
We'll double check it. Yeah, he sped on his first stop, but yeah, he was under when he hit the line, so he definitely made up for it the first time. All the way down. He was your pulse hitter, so got to go all the way to that number 1 box.
So even if he finishes 18th, Sean Anderson would still have to win, get all possible bonus points, plus the 5-point, 0x bonus.
Which everyone's getting a 5-point bonus right now, so just, that cancels itself out.
I mean, a couple of these drivers made a little contact with the wall, like Sam Damien's not.
Damien's out of the race entirely, so yeah, 15.2 seconds, a slower stop by the 24 pit crew, but almost. He's pushing everywhere he can, and he is back down into 18th. But we'll catch Brandon French pretty quick. They're off sequence on tires and whatnot. So Huggins will be back to 17th. Sean Anderson hasn't pitted. Kyle Ritchie would be the next closest man. We'll go back to 5th. So it's pretty much Perrin's championship. But
is it 5 points for a 0x?
I mean, if it finished as like it was right now, if this result somehow stayed exactly the same, it won't, I promised you that. But if it was Sean Anderson in first with the bonus points and Perrin Huggins down at 18, we would be getting the calculator out at the end of the night.
Well, because Perrin's led a lap.
So is Sean.
So is Sean.
The 0x at the moment.
They'd both cancel out on the 0x. I would still feel confident saying that it goes to Perrin.
Because he was 26 points behind entering tonight.
And 18th place, at a minimum, gets 25.
And how much does first place get?
I am unsure. 43?
43 minus 25 equals 18 points. It's not enough. So yeah, Perrin Huggins will need to lose a 0x bonus at some point. I mean, it's his championship. It is, because he's about to pass 7. I mean, it's his championship. Cabe McClenny had to be here tonight, and Cabe McClenny would have been your champion if Perrin was down in 16th, 15th, whatever. But that's just not how it worked out tonight. I mean, that's just not how the cards unfolded and everything, whatever you want to say. So the gap will be significantly closed. Kyle Ritchie, Sean Anderson will gain on Perrin, but it will not be enough. Perrin Huggins will be your Season 3 champion. Barring the most wild of circumstances where Perrin Huggins wrecks out of this race, loses the 0x bonus, and Samuel Demien comes back and does 40 laps for the fun of it.
And I would like to state, this is all also off of math, using a point, because I believe it goes 43 down to 0 for if they had 43 show up.
And it's kind of a moot point now that neither of them, Kyle Richie or Sean Anderson's not even in the lead, so it doesn't really matter at this point. No.
And so I'm doing it based on the first finish of, like, the season.
Right.
So, like, there are bonus points and incident counts and stuff like that that people are getting that I'm not being able to take into account, because on here, 18th, it's a tie in points. It's 18th in points. It's not even 18th based on where they actually finished.
And we could go through and dissect it, but the point is, Perrin Huggins
is your champion.
Will be your champion. He just has to finish the race.
Math with YJ. Never a fun
That's
subject.
a segment we'll introduce going forward. Math with YJ.
1 plus 1 is fish.
I do this joke with my nephews and nieces. We'll sit at the dinner table and just, casual conversation, and I'll just look at them dead in the face. Like, I have a question. I'm like, what? I'll just say 1 plus 1. Oh, you don't know it. I'll just say they don't know it before they even get a chance to answer. They hate it, but it's so funny. It's a joke my dad did with me, and I annoy my nephews with it, and I will eventually annoy my son with it.
I think you annoyed us with it.
All right, what's 2 plus 2? You don't know. That's tough, man. Sorry. See, it works on anybody. Literally, go up to your boss and do that. You'll love it.
I'm going home.
YJ hired a specialist to calculate using only the most advanced formulas in the world-renowned field of Wisconsin math, as long as it's not from their cooking. Ugh.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I didn't put a timer and/or limit on the driver onboard. So
we got a driver update, or not even driver onboard redemption with Andrew Tennell, driver of the number 45 Monster Energy Chevrolet Camaro. Currently sits in the 12th position. Oh, really tight there out of 4. Had to catch it. Nobody has wrecked tonight except for Demien, so I don't think you're going to get what you're looking for, Corbin. Past halfway, final half of the final race in Season 3. I was telling Randy Arms pre-race, when we started shifting on ovals is kind of where I lost all of my ability to perform. We got to crank it up redemption as well, so we'll go ahead and do that. Crank it up here in the second half of the final race of the season. Everyone made it nice nice and clean through that crank it up segment, and here comes Randy Arms in for his second to last stop. He has to pit one more time from here. And we have our first caution of the evening. Hold everything as Andrew Tennell, blown engine, Bowers towing. Problems on the front stretch.
You should have listened to Corbin. He said water.
That wasn't even, that had nothing to do with Andrew Tennell, as you saw right there. Nothing to do with Andrew Tennell. What in the world? Oh my goodness.
Does he miss pit road by that much?
Man. And I think that was Tennell just, you know, he was already out of the race at this point, so was Bowers. So I think Tennell was just like, really? Really? It's a little just like, okay. So yeah. Man.
Jughead and pit road issues.
So, yeah, this is not Bowers. This is Brandon Bowers. Here we go.
Can we now officially know that Baron Huggins is your champion?
Yeah, that. So actually, let's just go on board here, because I'm so curious on what happened. I think he just... He shifts down twice, and it just unsettles the car. He was trying to come to pit road with Randy, but that quick second shift down into second gear, he snaps over correct, and Andrew Tennell, absolutely nothing he could have done about that. And there it is. And that worked out perfectly for Randy Arms. He came in and didn't even have to use his tires up whatsoever. And he takes back to lead the race. Perrin Huggins obviously going to try and take the wave around and go a little bit longer on fuel. So that shakes things up a little bit. Takes Bowers out of contention. So now you're thinking it's pretty much Randy Arms versus James Jimmy Fillers. What do you got for me? Essentially. Those have been the two quickest since then. So we'll see how this kind of shakes up the order going forward. Nah, he didn't do anything wrong. It just looked kind of goofy. I mean, you were already out of the race either way, so it didn't really affect anything. Bowers towed anyway, so no harm, no foul. It just looked kind of funny.
Man was out there hunting.
Likely story. But lights should be off on the pace car next time by. Everybody should have to make one more stop. Joshua Parent. You said we thought we'd see some more speed from him. Now he's got the track position. Gilroy 6th, Bowen 7th. A lot of the heavy hitters have kind of fallen by the wayside here. And if we get one more quick caution, then Perrin Huggins is right back into it. You know what I mean? So he's not even out of this race yet. If we get a caution before he has to pit again.
This makes me a little sad for. We might not get to see whatever Cody V. Johnson's strategy was.
Seriously, he was saving a lot of fuel. I think he was going to try and make it on 4 stops as opposed to 5. Or make it on 3 stops as opposed to 4. But here we go. Wave around cars will come back to the end of the field here. There they go. We'll line up double file the rest of the way back. 13 cars on the lead lap. 12th and 13th, though, took the wave around. So if we don't get a caution quick, they'll come in and pit.
Do you want to hear the dumbest fun fact before we go green?
Yes, I do.
For a cool $75 million, you can get a 702-foot cruise ship with Batman painted on the side.
I have 75.
An unhappy ending. I really ruined it for you. That's what you get for asking.
You could have at least made like the little dinghy like boat reference or something. Like give me like a
No.
Come on.
You're not getting a kayaks are expensive.
Give me a $75 kayak. Come on.
I'll give you a plank of wood and dreams, alright? You know what?
A plank of wood and some string. That's all you
know what
get.
she was holding? The door she was holding on to at the end of the Titanic? That's what you get.
Hey, she lived, okay? It's good. It's good enough for Rose. It's good enough for me. Language tiller. We're coming back here to the restart. Could be the final one of the season. Randy Arms through the Geico restart zone. We're back underway.
I don't want to be here anymore.
It's a hostile work environment. It really is. My goodness.
I love saying language to him, but I was thinking this is the worst thing.
Look at this. Casey Brown, little 3 wide action down the back straightaway here. Trying to pick him off.
Trying to bring out another caution.
2 at a time. Chiro way up out of the groove there.
When are we going to get a Michael McElroy race?
Telling me that would feed families. The battle for the race lead is back on. Fillers trying to build up that momentum on the top side. He's going to do just that. He'll pull even and slightly ahead down the back straightaway. Still 3 wide further back. Just now it's all topsy-turvy flip-flop. Brown. Here comes Tony Scarbo, not for position, but he is your lucky dog. Caution will come out. You're thinking it's right about there. Randy holds the lead for a moment. Sean Anderson in 3rd.
Fillers was looking on the inside there. This dirty air is not helping these drivers out.
16 cars remaining in the race. 10 Bowers obviously out now. Failovich almost into the back. Sean Anderson there.
I think he did keep peace.
Did I tell you about the woodpecker problem we're having?
You did.
I did?
Yes.
That's right, because I was... Okay, I was here. Yeah, I saw it today. I saw the whole thing. Dude, that bird has completely ruined that post. I mean, there's just... I'll take a picture of that. You'll just crack up laughing with how much this dude just tore it up. I couldn't believe it. YJ after dark. 50 laps to go next time by in season 3.
Hey, I've been trying to get you a stream where you don't show up for it.
YJ after dark, baby. Side by side for second. Here comes Sean Anderson late. It's him still wishing that Perrin was down in 19th or something.
21st don't start the race.
Right. But
Why'd you, like, Twitch could not handle
YJ after dark, we wouldn't be here anymore. They'd shut us down. Do we get a Sean Anderson second win of the season?
Some people are saying.
We're asking questions. Can we get a Randy Arms first win of the season? How about Kyle Ritchie, Parent, Bailovich first win of the season? Hey, believe in the Libertarian Party.
I'm not sure what's funnier, the Libertarian Party or you possibly streaming after hours.
Here we go. Here comes Sean Anderson for the race lead. Not see that coming 20 laps ago. But you know what? It's here, and it's side-by-side in-your-face action as they come into the stripe. By half the car length there. As they are slowly starting to pull away from third. Is Sean Anderson going to force Randy to use his tires up a little bit? And then third, fourth, fifth, sixth, they all just come flying by anyways as they save their stuff a little bit. Almost contact there into 3.
I'm waiting for the Kyle Ritchie, Dylan Felvich bug draft to start happening.
We saw it last time we came to Charlotte. Although that was for LSRL in their season finale. An attempt to beat Mark Whitley. I think it was shorts and arms. Didn't quite happen, but they were trying. Kyle Ritchie back up to third. That caution was great for him. Allowed him to fix some of that right side damage, and he's looking pretty competitive, pretty racy. You don't miss me.
He actively avoids me, but like I understand.
The top 7 are separated by 1.2 seconds. William Bowman having a solid run. The final fuel window is just about open here in the next 5 to 10 laps, so we'll see what the strategy is. Do you come in at the top of the run, try and form a huge gap, or you just ride sides very late with a splash and go? Possibilities are limitless. I thought James Jimmy Fillers would be a little bit more in this lead pack. I mean, he's only 1.2 seconds behind, but I thought he'd be right up there mixing it up for the win.
I think this might be
him saving the
tires.
Yeah, tires as well.
Because I mean, I thought the same thing. I'm like, for sure, Fillers is going to get out there and he's going to be potentially the dominant car of the second half of this race. But
Cody B. Johnson and Perrin Huggins are running out of laps. They're going to have to come in just a little bit here. But Perrin Huggins up to 13th. That will be enough to clinch the championship. He's the battle for the race win, though. I do think Fillers is saving a little bit of tire. These 5 right here, you pick one, and a pretty good chance of that being correct at the end of the night. What's so funny is when he types these things out, it's just at YJ Media. So if somebody didn't know, they'd be like, Max, what's going on there, bro? They don't, if they didn't know the inner workings of our structure. As Sean Anderson has taken the lead, coming to 40 laps to go. TTSL boys going at it.
I will not stand the disrespect of Corbin saying the longest tenured worker at Taco Bell. That man's name is Rusty, and he is a champion, alright? He walks with a limp, but he is the nicest fella I have ever met. Don't you disrespect that tenured worker at Taco Bell.
Justice
Rusty is a godsend.
Justice for Rusty. We're going to start a movement. Oh, no. Oh, Randy's sliding the track a little bit. Here comes Kyle Ritchie. He has a lap older tires than the rest of this field because he came under green. The caution came out pretty much as he pitted, so he maybe has a couple hundred feet of wear as opposed to the guys around him. I don't think that matters, but he is falling back all of a sudden. Lost the lead, lost second, and under fire for third here from Felvich. And if you're TTSL, I like you. One of you has to pit early Split the strategies. It's your best shot at getting a car in victory lane in the season finale.
Just wreck everybody else. Also, a really good strategy.
Why is Corbin crying?
Because I am incredibly funny.
But you get my point of view here, though, right? If you're Kyle Ritchie, you're dealing with Failvich, you say, all right, Failvich, you're behind me. Go take the risk of pitting early and try and jump Sean Anderson, and I'll do exactly what Sean Anderson does. That way you have a multitude of strategies. And just like that, though, here comes Fillers. 8/10 of a second back. He was taking some tires.
I gotta say, Rusty is no laughing matter, okay? That man could potentially be enjoying his retirement years, but he enjoys the company of a younger crowd. He enjoys being around the people.
They better give that man manager status.
I would
assistant manager status.
I'm gonna clarify. Rusty is a real person who did work at my quote-unquote local Taco Bell for a long time. He no longer works there. He works at the Dollar Tree. Still a very nice man.
And here we go. It is still 3 cars, 3/10 of a second back. TTSL boys, you said you want to see that bump, Jeff. We about saw it there.
I'm gonna correct Corbin one last time on Rusty. He was not a after dark. That man was there bright and early. He was a day shift kind of guy. He was there to greet the people, make everything a good atmosphere, right? We support Rusty.
Rusties. And who blinks first from your race leaders, though? It's 2.5 back to 7. Somebody's going to try and come in a little bit earlier.
It's got to be Kyle Ritchie. The man's been so close all season long. You just got to try something. Then you have Failvich a couple laps later.
Race update. For whatever reason, the overlay has determined that Sam Hines, here's the pass, passed Nick Miller for 20th. By the way, none of them started the race, but apparently there was a pass made. And just like this, though, James Jimmy Fillers is the quickest car on the racetrack. So if you're one of TTSL, I think you come in and hit. Because James Fillers is about to pass all of you. Literally, he's about to fly past all 3. You can save some tires, just got a little left. If you're Randy, that's fallen 1.4 seconds back, what do you have to lose? I'm on the strategy of just be aggressive all the time.
Ooh, there's the TTSL bump. Contact! I was going to say bump drive between TTSL. Contact between Fillers and Failvich.
Side by side for second now. Supposedly there was a little bit of drama between Kyle Ritchie and James Jimmy Fillers earlier. We didn't see it, but we were told that Fillers kind of put Ritchie up into the wall. And now that Fillers is out in front, you don't want to let him get away. When do you pit? When do you make that call? Kyle Ritchie through to second. Failvich trying to take third away. He'll do so. Big slide job right in front of that 13. Now it's 4 cars for the win. With 30 laps to go. I mean, I am shocked that no one has come in yet. It's gonna be Randy. Has to be aggressive on the entry, and it's Sean Anderson as well, right in front of that. So right as we click through to Randy, it's gonna be Sean Anderson. That'll probably elicit a response from your top 3. I'm gonna be shocked if it didn't. Let's just go on board with Failvich. It's not going to be him. Here goes Kyle Ritchie. They're going to try and do something different to beat Fillers. But now you got to worry about Sean Anderson and Randy Arms behind you. Here they go. Race for the win is as on as it's ever been. Fillers v. Failvich, 7/10 of a second. Did either one of them blink on this lap? You don't want to give up too much time. Kyle Ritchie, Chira, McElroy coming in. How aggressive are you on pit road? That's free time to be made. And here they both come. Falvich. Very aggressive. Closes up nearly to the back bumper of the 10. Did he speed? And here comes Kyle Ritchie. Here comes Sean Anderson flying, though. And it should be... Oh, it's going to be oh so close. Here comes Kyle Ritchie to the point by 0.3 of a second and 1 lap fresher tires. That is huge for Kyle Ritchie. And Falvich beat Fillers out. So TTSL in a really good situation here. Here comes Kyle Ritchie.
Kyle Ritchie tired of me.
And there he goes.
Choke artist.
Fillers nearly running over Falvich. Trying to get around him on the get up to speed lap. They are now 2 seconds behind. And Dylan sped on the exit. Okay, never mind.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he's coming right back in.
Oh, my.
Can't sped on the exit. That's why he beat Fillers out. So, all right, never mind. TTSL, they lost one, and there goes Sean Anderson around Kyle Ritchie. They lost. All of a sudden, the highs and lows. Oh, TTSL. Heartbreak City. Now you got a 3-car battle. Fillers will be pushing like crazy to get back up here. But it is Sean Anderson, Kyle Ritchie, Randy Arms. Do they all take each other out? TTSL is in shambles.
I think Kyle Ritchie really... Well, Sean Anderson wants it because he still has hopes that he could point his way to a championship.
Right.
And Kyle Ritchie wants to stop being called a choke artist by me.
Doesn't want to... Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, is what Kyle Ritchie's season has been like. 8 top 5s, 9 top 10s, no wins. Randy Arms, kind of a similar story. 8 top 10s, no wins. Kevin Boley finally gets the lead, so here we go. 25 laps to go, and they come back around on the season. And it's 3 cars under a blanket. Randy, right there, something happens, but Kyle Ritchie going to be the man that's trying to make the move. You don't want to sit in the dirty air too long, burn up your stuff. We've seen it time and time and time and time again. Just following in somebody's tire tracks, usually not a key to success. Randy hoping these guys get to race and burn their stuff up, but he can just kind of slide on by.
Got a driver on board redemption from the driver of the 16 machine.
Pinder or McElroy?
Say the one on the lead lap.
Fair enough. Well, there's Pinder in 15th. He's gained 3 spots. McElroy nicely inside the top 10. Running 8th. On board with him. Yes, remember last time we were here, by the way, at Charlotte? We had Nick Miller and Randy Arms net coding out of 4 and them both wrecking across the line. Randy won it by a nose. We're setting up for a similar finish. Dylan Falvich, quickest man on the racetrack, driving in anger. Kyle Ritchie taking a peek to the inside. He is there to the inside of Sean Anderson. Can he get back to the throttle first? Not going to be able to do so on this lap. Stuck on the bottom. The momentum is with Sean Anderson. Looking at the fall back in line. 21 laps to go and they cross the stripe. And if this was the finish of the season finale, it'd go to Sean Anderson by 0.02 of a second that lap. Randy dropping back ever so slightly. Fillers not making the impression that I thought he would, so it very well could be a 2-car race. Randy, not ready to count him out yet. right now, it's side by side for the race lead. Do they get the elbows out? A Kyle Ritchie win would be very popular in the final race of the season. So would a Sean Anderson win. Both would be celebrated. Kyle Ritchie wants to clear up and get in front of that 13 and put some dirty air on his nose. Not able to do so, though. That high line, the place to be, that 76 is going to have to shove it in there deep. Hope that it sticks. Almost contact on corner exit. He loses about half a car length, then gets it back on the entry. He goes half a car length back, even, then half a car length back. Half a car length ahead here. And then back to even with that momentum. He needs to, at worst, be even going into these corners. And you could tell every lap he's trying to drive it in just that little bit deeper. And he's going to burn up his stuff on the low line.
I think we might be seeing another Kyle Ritchie disaster.
He's just not able to get clear. It's not a disaster yet, but all of a sudden, he's not going to be able to drive it in there like he wants. He's going to get real tight. And he's going to... Because that 13's not going to give him the outside line. That 76 is going to have to rack him if he wants the outside line.
Yeah, and I definitely don't want to say...
Here we go, though. Like I say that, though. He got a great run that time. He is ever so slightly ahead, pretty much even. Going off into one, this could be the moment he needs. But does not get a good enough run on this side of the speedway. Like I say, that could have been huge right there. That was the closest he had been going into one, and now he actually loses it. He's no longer side by side. And then going to cut back in right behind him in the dirty air. Randy... pretty much been at half a second the entire time. We're coming to 15 laps to go this time by. Ritchie again looking to the low line. I just wonder. I mean, you pretty much have to know that Perrin is going to be the champion. Do you just kind of say, all right, Sean Anderson? But that's exactly what he said. That was the moment. He's going to have to clear up if he wants it. Going to have to force the issue. He'll do so into the wall. And he's still clear. What a move from Kyle Ritchie. He said, all right, we have to go now.
He's going to have...
How much damage did he get from that conk with the wall?
He's going to have some of the best defensive driving prime Ryan Newman stuff right here.
Prime Juan Pablo Montoya. Ryan Newman. Every time my driver was behind them, I was like, well, we're not going anywhere for at least 10 laps. But he's got to hold him off for 14 more. It'll buff out. It might just be cosmetic. I don't really think he hit that hard, but there was a puff of smoke. There is a little bit of scratches on the right side, but that car at this point is driving good, as Gerald Waltrip said. Anderson's in the dirty air. Randy starting to close up ever so slightly. So has Randy just been biding his time? A win from any of these three would be immensely popular, so we can have a popular winner here tonight. They all drive hard, but with respect. Perrin Huggins, by the way, all the way up to 10th. So very obviously going to be your champion here tonight. 0.2 of a second out in front, and here comes Randy Arms. He's got a little bit of speed. We're gonna have to clear him quickly.
Despite Randy Arms driving for YJ Media Motorsports, the thing that has been said in chat makes me not want a Randy Arms win.
I think Randy Arms has been saving his stuff. Kyle Ritchie and Sean Anderson did not want to give up the lead. Randy Arms was a 10th and a half quicker than Kyle Ritchie on that last lap. Coming to 11 to go. Randy Arms is in the catbird seat. There's a little bit of right rear damage, honestly, looks like, on the Kyle Ritchie machine. Yeah, there's just a tad bit more than what I thought it would be. I mean, He's closing up. He is there, 1 car length behind. And here's the simple. Oh, and he's going to give it to him. He gave him the outside. I don't know how good a move that was. That's where most of the momentum is. But I don't know if that's where that 76 is driving the best at. Here we go. To the inside. 10 laps to go. Randy going to drive it in there deep. Hope it sticks. Kyle Ritchie just praying he keeps it out of the wall, trying to throttle up, carry that momentum. He'll do it there, barely.
Contact there.
He had an off-track further back.
Was it Cody B. Johnson?
Yes, it was.
He is manually disconnected.
Okay. Around the outside. Yeah, I was going to say, I went to go find it and it disappeared. 9 laps to go. Ritchie held him off there. Randy right in the tire tracks. Villers is now closing in. 1.6 seconds back. He was 0.2 quicker than all 3 of these guys. And if he could somehow keep that pace up, he'd be right there at the end. 0.2 a lap. We get a 4-car race for the win. It's a car length and a half from first to second, a car length and a half from second to third. As James Jimmy Fillers continues to close in, 1.4 seconds now. So if these guys, which they will, if Randy Arms get there with this late in the race, he's going to try the move to pass, and that's going to slow these guys up even more. Fillers is not out of this. He is moving. But just like that, though, the battle for second, that's all Kyle Ritchie needs to see. 7 laps to go. Fillers at 1.4.
He's gaining a 10th a lap on these guys.
He needs about a 10th and a half to 2/10. That's what he got on that last lap. 1.4. He's in the draft of Sean Anderson, so that'll help down the front and back straightaways as well. Kyle Ritchie would just love to see all 3 of those guys battle. He wants Anderson to catch Randy. He wants Fillers to catch both of them, and none of them to catch him. 6 laps to go. 3 car lengths. He's slowly increasing the gap. 1.3 seconds. Fillers did not gain what he needed on that lap. Kyle Ritchie. This could be the crucial. He pitted on lap 120. Randy Arms, 119. Sean Anderson, 119. That is 1 lap of rubber extra when you needed it the most.
And Randy's not been able to close in since that one attempt.
He got that one move. James Jimmy Fillers pitted on 121, so he's got the freshest tires out of anybody. 5 laps to go. He has kind of plateaued at that 1.2 second mark. Randy into the wall. Sean Anderson through to second. That's all Kyle Ritchie needs to see in his rear view. Swap for second. They're fighting each other, not closing in on Kyle Ritchie. 4 laps to go. 6 miles, now 5 3/4 remaining. 0.6 of a second. The battle is for second and third. Casey Brown is chasing after Chira, and if you're Alex Chira and you get caught, well, let him go. Don't bring out the caution battle. Your teammate, after so many runner-up finishes, is finally in position. Just like that. Sean Anderson, a 10th and a half quicker. With 3 laps to go, if you could somehow manage it. He's right there again. Fillers has caught Randy. And Kyle Ritchie needs the quickest lap and a quarter of his life. He wants to see that white flag in the air.
Got me wondering how hard Randy is kicking himself right now. He might lose third. He's probably going to lose third here.
One more time around for the race to be official. Fillers would love to get a podium to close out his season. Here we go. To the outside. No trouble yet. Fillers has the momentum. All the way down the back straightaway, picking up a draft a little bit from Sean Anderson. 3 and
Side
4.
draft, though, there from Randy.
Kyle Ritchie, he just needs to get to the start-finish line. Through the tri-oval. White flags in the air. Race is official. One more time around in Season 3. Kyle Ritchie, 8 top 5s, 9 top 10s, multiple runner-up finishes, a couple more third-place finishes. He's got to make it through turns 3 and 4 one more time, and he'll pick up his first career Affinity Racing Series win. John Anderson 4/10 back, stuck there, and it's going to be Kyle Ritchie in the final race of the season, finally getting it done. He's your winner here at Charlotte. Anderson fillers from ARMS. Parrot Huggins just got across the line, and he's your Season 3 champion. Probably could have won the race for himself. The pit road speeding penalty had other ideas, but it's yet again another top 10, and he will be your Season 3 next-gen champion.
All my material on Kyle Ritchie has just gone out the window. I can't mess with him. Can't call him a choke artist anymore.
Well, that's
the biggest stage. Got it up.
And how about that, though? Kyle Ritchie, Sean Anderson, 1-2. Perrin had to recover to 10th. Was a little bit nervy there for a moment, and here comes the TTSL boys to come celebrate. Andrew Tennell got his car fixed. He's going to celebrate with his driver. We're going to have the dual burnouts. TPR wins the championship. Kyle Ritchie wins the race, and this will be a burnout he's waited months for. There's Perrin on the front stretch as well. Car's beat up. Well-deserved 10th place, though. Gets him a championship. TPR celebrating their driver bringing home the championship. And there we go. Burn it down. I want to see some smoke. You just won your first ARS race. Burn it down.
Gotta be a little more excited. You got Tennell more excited than you.
Oh, I know Tennell's having a great time right now. Team owner. His driver brings home the championship. And that'll be it for Kyle Ritchie's burnout. You can kind of rib him on that a little bit. But, yeah, so there's Perrin Huggins, I think. Is that? No, he's still out there. But, yeah. Let's go ahead and see. Ah, the heck with it. We'll just go to the jungle. Here we go. TTSL World. Let's do it.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Here with your race-winning driver and team, it is TTSL. Finally in victory lane, Kyle Ritchie. Many congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you. We didn't pull an Arsenal. How about that?
We're starting off hot.
Art.
But
This was for art.
that was, yeah.
Yeah, this one win is for all of YJ Media.
Well, we appreciate that. Yeah, better late than never. Final race of the season, no better time. Closing off the season with some solid momentum. You started 5th. You had a mathematical chance coming into it, I think, maybe. I don't know what the drivers we had. But you did exactly what you had to do, which was win the race. So did everything you possibly could, and drove a great race in that final 20 laps with Sean Anderson, Randy, and making that move and then having to hold them all off. That was some great driving there in the last 20.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Charlotte, and it's even worse at nighttime because you're stuck to one lane, but me and Sean put on a heck of a battle for like 15 laps. And then, you know, Dylan pulled Dylan pulled a Kyle instead.
I was about to say.
Yeah, we were going to get to that because he's like, you guys were running real good at the end of this race, and, you know, you had Sean Anderson there, Randy, and both of you, so it's like, all right, one guy pit a couple laps early, then one of you did, you know, you could split the strategy. You were in a very good spot. Failvich coming in, you know, closed up 210, so then he leaves ahead of Fillers, and then, of course, I'm like, oh, their TGCL's in a great spot, and then... Why it's like, no, Dylan sped, and then I go back to Kyle Ritchie, and then he gets passed for the lead. I'm like, okay, that didn't last long, but
when Sean passed me, I thought it was over. I'm gonna be honest, I thought I threw it again.
It's like, oh, it's happening again.
Like, yeah, but then I don't know if he had damage or if he was just bad long run or what, but we stuck with him, and then I think I passed him I don't even remember how I passed him on the inside. I don't know.
Yeah, you were trying so hard for so many laps to get to his inside.
I
And,
was stuck there for like 10 laps, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna just kill my right front. Nothing's gonna happen. And then we eventually got single filed back out, and then I finally got around him.
And you just kind of said, all right, well, this is the moment now or never, and you just drove it up into turn 3. Said, all right, we'll just see what happens, and was finally able to slide up in front of him.
Yeah, I finally decided to get aggressive in one of these races and not take people's shit for one. Well, that's not true. We're not going to talk about that though.
But yeah, and you didn't even hit him. Was a thing, obviously. I mean, I drove it up in there deep, did not make any contact, clean pass, and yeah, I'm just so happy for you. I know you guys have been so close so many times, so congratulations.
Yeah, apparently you can pass people cleanly. It's a crazy thing.
Yeah, I think some other people should learn that in this league.
Some? Yeah.
Yeah, some. I'm not going to name names.
It says the one that drove into a parked car.
But Kyle Ritchie first, Chira 6th, Felvich 12th. A solid way to end y'all's season here in season 3.
Actually, this is back-to-back Kyle Ritchie ending the season with a dub.
You know, it's wild. We could have pulled off a TTSL dub at Dega too, but we threw that as well. So
Pretty sure
My bad.
still got the team
we're
point.
gonna go to the drawing board this off season and come back even stronger.
Yeah.
I mean, we had pace today, so like, it did good.
Yeah, very good pace, and it took it to the final race of the season for mathematical championship contention, so can't be too upset with that. Kyle, I'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Shout out YJ for broadcasting. Shout out Michael and everyone that runs ARS. And shout out all of TTSL for being the great team that we have. We have a extra driver joining next season, so that'll be even more fun.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again. Great way to end the season, and enjoy the off-season.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
I kind of forgot that he might have won that Talladega race last season. Well, it's his second career win, first this season. Got a little bit too excited for him. But nevertheless, drove a great race and deserves the win by far. We'll give Perrin Huggins his time here in just a second. We'll review the top 3, and then we'll let Perrin take home the championship interview. But here with your runner-up tonight, Sean Anderson started in the 6th position, led a lot of laps, was there late. And I know in the back of your mind, Perrin was that pit road speeding penalty. You're just kind of like, well, what if? It gave you a shot back into it a little bit through the midway point of this race.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to do in the beginning. I was going to try to push, and then I was kind of far back. I didn't really have the best qualifying run. Kind of started mid-pack, tried to save some tire, and then halfway through the first round, the guys in the front were just too far gone. So I figured they would pit early and try to break it up into 4 stops. So I was going to try a 3-stop strategy. I wasn't sure if it was going to work to win the race, but it would have been interesting if it would have went caution-free the whole time to see how it would have worked out. But the last green flag pit cycle, I knew I was going to have to be the first one to pit road to have the best tires and try to get a gap, and Kyle beat me off pit road. I drove around him after a lap or 2, and then we battled there for quite a while, which was really fun. And then he ended up getting around me, and I just couldn't get back to him.
Yeah, nevertheless,
race,
though, that was a fantastic battle. You both kept it clean, and that was a very awesome race for the winner. Nothing to hang your head about. Drove a great season, and another strong finish to cap it off.
Yeah, well, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Congrats to Kyle on that win. That's awesome that he won the finale. And definitely congrats to Perrin on his first league championship. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on another strong season, and enjoy the off season. We'll let you get any shout-outs in, any final shout-outs if you have any.
Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Shout out to you guys for awesome broadcasts as always. Michael and everybody on the admin team, they put on a great league, and I can't wait for next season. And thanks to everyone that races with me every week. Jonathan Evans, Cody Johnson, Jeff Rudick, Lucas, he's here sometimes, but hopefully he'll be back more for next season. Perrin, just awesome racing, a lot of fun, and just can't wait for next season.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, and enjoy the off season.
Thank you guys.
Here with your third place finisher tonight, James. Jimmy Fillers might have been the quickest car on the racetrack in those final 10 laps. Just needed a little bit more time, but nevertheless, another good finish for the Jughead man here.
Yeah,
We've kind of sucked all year. Finally felt like I had a car that was capable of winning. We just didn't set in really good till about the last 15 laps of the run, and we marched some of those guys down, and just didn't work our way. I had a slow pit stop, and then I got stuck behind the 88 leaving pit road, and I don't know if he was having issues or what, but he was really slow coming off. So by the time I got back on the track, I was 3 seconds behind Kyle Ritchie. So there was little hope of getting to him, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. Gotta be better.
Yeah, but I appreciate the insight there. And yeah, you kind of wonder, oh, I just needed a second, tenth of a second quicker pit stop, or I needed not to get stuck on the exit. But you were catching them at the end there. Your 5th top 5 of this season. And you had a great regular season. Then, you were contention the first race at playoffs. And it's like, well, the luck really just completely ran out for both you and Bowers these last couple of races. But the speed was pretty much always there, as it usually is for you guys, but just needed a little bit more luck this season.
Yeah, I think we'll bounce back and be better wherever we go, but just it's really hard, man, to pass, and then with the fuel runs being so little, saving tires really don't get you nowhere until the last 10 laps, so you got to make it count, which I passed all those guys on that front run there, and then I thought I pretty well had it in the bag, and they short pitted me, and like I said, I just got beat on pit road, I guess on entry, probably pit stop and exit, because I entered ahead of the 88, came out behind him, and then like I said, he was just slow exiting, so it was pretty much chalk from that point. But I don't know, man. Maybe I just need to send my car more or something. I don't know.
Yeah, did notice that the undercut was incredibly powerful here tonight, but you did a nice job recovering from it as much as you did. And congratulations again on a solid finish to end out the season. I always enjoy interviewing you. And let you get any final shout-outs here for Season 3 if you got any.
Yeah, I'll shout out Mason Parker again. He lays the blocks for Jughead, man. He's like that Kyle Busch pit crew guy who's throwing people off the
Yes,
that's
that
Mason
was crazy.
Parker for us.
Man, don't mess with him then.
Yeah, he was definitely the MVP out of that fight. But and then shout out my teammate Brandon Bowers. He's a fierce competitor, and he's taught me a lot. So look forward to racing him a lot more, and always learning. You can't ever be perfect, so you're always learning.
Absolutely, learn something every day, hopefully. But congratulations again on a solid finish, a solid season for Jughead as usual, and enjoy the off season.
Thank you.
And last but certainly not least, let's go ahead and finish 10th here tonight. But he is your Season 3 champion, Perrin Huggins. Finished 10th here tonight, made it a little harder for himself, but with the dominant performance he had in the previous races in the chase, didn't really have to worry too much, but just made it, mathematically, he clinched it a little bit later than he would have wanted to, but a dominant season, 6 wins in 13 races, even more top 10s, top 5s, and just congratulations on a great season and your first career Affinity Racing Series championship.
Yeah, man, thanks. Yeah, I made that way harder than it had to be. I have a bad habit of speeding in the pits, as you can see. So
it's like the only thing the only imperfection in your driving. It's like, well, he passes good short, long run speed, but pit road entry just, I don't know. That's just for whatever reason.
Exactly, man.
But
I'm
go,
sorry.
No, go ahead. You're good.
I want to know think Team TPPR and Bergstrom for her being on board as a sponsor for Charlotte. I'm so sorry for messing up in pit road. But if y'all can come back next season, man, I'll make it worth your wow. Yeah, thanks, y'all.
Absolutely. Well, again, you can't always win 7 or 13 races, so I guess you'll have to settle for 6. But a dominant season and the deserving champion. Many congratulations to you, sir. We'll let you get any final shout-outs here for Season 3. You got any?
Yeah, those two I just said TPPR Bertram shout out to Sean and Cody Johnson for helping me week in and week out on pit calls and stuff like that, and so yeah, that's about it, man. And shout out to y'all for the spot on agreement each week.
Well,
Fun to watch back.
absolutely. Well, I appreciate the kind words. And again, congratulations on a dominant season and the championship. Go enjoy the off-season and go celebrate.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, and we got a couple drivers that stuck around to talk to us, and we'll close out Season 3 here. Here with the YJ boys, Randy Arms, Casey Brown. Drove a great race tonight, both of you. Ends up with Randy top 5, Casey top 10.
Yeah. I think that was about my most complete race I've had all year, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we were talking before the race. You said, "Man, I can't drive these cars. I don't like driving them. Haven't won anything." You were very, very nearly in position to win on numerous occasions tonight. A very competitive car tonight.
Yeah. Kind of wish I just would have stayed green. Had a strategy that was working out really well, and somehow ended up with a pretty good lead after.
You were
I think
8 seconds ahead at one point. Flying
yeah, and
ahead.
I don't know how, or I mean, I took 2 on that stop, but I think those guys that took 2 on the first stop, and just going off their pit times, and they didn't get a big lead like that on me, so that's why I was kind of shocked to come out of pit road, and they were like, 8-10 seconds behind. I was like, I don't know what I did, but I hope it stays that way. So then we had the yellow, and I knew it was going to be a tough battle after that, and tried to save myself there at the end, and I had one last charge there to try to take the lead, and I knew once I didn't clear Kyle that it was pretty much over for me, so I just tried to hang on, and here's your brother home fourth, so we'll take it.
Yeah, not a bad way to end the season, though. Probably the most competitive, like you said, and it's a solid way to end the season.
Yeah. It definitely didn't feel like I was very competitive all year. I mean, I've had some good runs, but
your
just
9th top 10 though, so I mean, it's not like completely off the pace. It's just
I mean, I could
3rd,
run
top 5.
or say 5th to 10th every week, but just couldn't get any farther. But that run was pretty promising. So maybe we'll carry some momentum into next season, and I can finally learn how to drive these cars.
Yeah, absolutely. Casey Brown, another strong night for you. Picking up your 3rd top 10 of the season. Very racy all night long.
Yeah, it's a good track for us. Just enjoyed racing around everybody. Everybody gave a lot of respect. And yeah, we definitely didn't have anything for the probably top 5 cars, probably even the 6th place cars. So yeah, we finished right where we should have. Only had one hiccup, and that was during actually caution where we sped on pit road. So I wouldn't be a complete race without speeding on pit road at least once or twice for me in a race. But no, really competitive. Really happy with the finish. Like Randy said, hopefully we can carry some momentum into next year with some more knowledge because I'm just like him. I hate driving these cars. They don't make sense to me. But yeah, we'll take it, and I see that we finished 2nd in the team standings for you guys. So I mean, hey, we'll take it and move on to next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Represented us well all season long. That's all we could ask for. But good job on another solid finish to close out the season, and y'all enjoy the off season.
Yep, thank you,
guys.
Hello.
Next season too, man.
Hello.
Here with Andrew Tennell, the team owner. I guess team co-owner with Joshua Parent, co-owner nevertheless of the race. I guess the Parent came from your team. He's your championship driver. Tell me your feelings.
He is our driver. I am ecstatic. This is our first championship in any league on iRacing. I am pumped. Huge shout out to Bergstrom Automotive for coming on board this race. They are the biggest Midwest, or the biggest used and new car dealership in the Midwest. So if you're looking for a new car, some new wheels for you, your wife, for your kids, hit up Bergstrom. They have everything from starting cars to your great daily grocery getters. Just check them out. Huge shout out to Perrin for bringing us our championship. Perrin has driven an amazing season, 6 wins on the season and a handful of top 10s. It doesn't get any better than that. I am extremely thankful for Perrin and what he's brought to our team. Huge for us. Huge for Perrin. This is Perrin's win. I'm so thankful to have him at Tyndall Parent Racing. That is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking about on the broadcast. You guys have come a long way in your first 3 seasons here, improving pretty much every race, every season, and it culminated with some good signings and getting your team their first career championship. So congratulations go out to you.
For sure. A lot of work went into this season, and a lot more work is going into next season with a second roster with Auxiliary Racing coming on board. We have a lot of heavy hitters. I'll just say that. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be hard racing around 8 of us, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I want to thank the league for giving us a home, a place, a platform to build upon. To race for a purpose it makes iRacing, sim racing in general, so much more. The ARS does amazing work by raising over, I think McElroy said, like over $3,000 in the last 3 seasons. That is huge. As a league, altogether, thank you for everyone. We all put in a lot of work, a lot of hard effort, and it all paid off. It's still paying off. Next season is going to be huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my congratulations go out to you guys again for the improved effort and the teamwork, communication. It paid off in the end for the championship in season 3 here. Just congratulations on a job well done all season, and enjoy the off season.
For sure. Thank you. We'll see you.
Here with Alex Shearer, who jumped up into the voice channel, 6th place here tonight. Any final thoughts from you on season 3?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of here just to say thank you to y'all. Another great season, to be honest. I enjoyed every single race we did. Felt like we had a lot of had a lot of improvements pace wise. Felt like just for pretty much every week I felt pretty decent. So I'm excited to come back next season for sure. Oh, hi guys.
Yeah, attention.
So yeah, well, it's just a good season overall, and happy to finish top 5 in points. You know, even if some people didn't show up, you know, it's still there. You know, I felt pretty good today. Glad I can keep 6th. I don't know, Casey Brown was on my ass the last 25 laps, and it scared me a little bit, but kept the top 5 almost. You know, obviously, awesome job by Kyle tonight to take the W. Another great job by Dylan too. Obviously, I know he sped at one point, which definitely sucked, but to also come home take the team championship as well is definitely huge as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But you guys were consistent all season long. Most top 10s and most top 5s on average as a team when everything's taken and accounted for. So congratulations to y'all on a great season, and enjoy the off season.
Have an happy off season and Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
Okay. The back marker if I can't back mark.
Hello. Here with I guess the Innovation Station gang: Brandon French, Chris Pinder, McElroy, McNuggets, the 16 Machine, Bowman, all the behind the scenes guys. Let y'all get y'all's final thoughts in on a very successful season 3.
Better announcement next season.
Car was really good, you know, drove nice. Strong setup, really glad we ran it. Definitely didn't feel like a refrigerator going with square tires around the track, so that was cool. Anybody else? Any other thoughts?
Michael
Let's
McElroy,
see.
another top 10. Your league owner. You get to go.
Yeah. First off, almost took out another TTSL dude, so
Oh, jeez.
I'm surprised those guys are still. I think it was Chira this time I almost took out.
Oh my goodness.
I sent it into turn 1 and 2 in 4th gear, and the back end just came out on me. Yeah, it was good times though. Yeah, it was a good strategy. I felt like the pitting on the every 30 laps was slowly gaining me 2 positions every pit stop, and then the caution kind of reset everybody's strategy. But it was a really fun race. 150 laps was good. I feel like if it would have went green without that late caution, I feel like I would have had maybe a top 5, just with how the pit strategies were working out. But yeah, it was a lot of fun out there racing.
Absolutely, and then I just want to congratulate you on another successful season for ARS, both next gen, next up. I know you guys have branched out and done some other amazing things, Super Saturdays and the likes of all that. Just the growth of the league as a whole, very incredible, and meeting the goal for season 3 as well for the NASCAR Foundation. 3rd season in a row we've met our goals, so very awesome stuff happening here.
Big shout out to the league for always being a good community and coming together and raising money for a good cause. Yeah, 2024 has been an amazing year for just affinity racing in general. We're doing a lot of fun stuff on the side that we just like doing and having fun with people and building a whole another community on the side that involves a lot of this community in the league race. So yeah, it's been a blast, and I appreciate everybody that still comes around, still hangs out, and looking forward to seeing. I love the promotion to motion system because I'm looking forward to seeing the new personalities that come up to next gen in about 6 weeks.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again for everybody and all the stuff they did behind the scenes and on the racetrack. And enjoy the off season, everybody.
Yeah. Don't let me get out of here without getting that shot in, man. Shout out to all the admins for everything they help out with in the background, dude. They help keep this league afloat. Big shout out to especially Randy French. For taking over the lead admin role when I stepped down a few weeks ago. But yeah, those guys, all the admins, man, have just been tremendous. There's like 8 of us. They've been doing great work. So appreciate all of them.
Absolutely, couldn't do it without them. But congratulations again to everybody involved. Great season 3, and everybody enjoy the off season.
Before you get off, Mike, do you have an estimate on when backmarkershop.ca will be back?
Oh, jeez.
They're building a new backmarker shop experience.
Oh my goodness, it's a whole new experience.
Yeah, better be good.
All right, well, let me know when it happens. I'll be first to visit. Right. Y'all take care, and congrats on another great season.
See you, man.
Yep. All right. Art, Corbin, any final thoughts here on season 3?
Framber Valdez gave up 7 runs in the 5th inning of a baseball game, and my night has been ruined, despite us actually putting on a good race and Kyle Ritchie losing the choke artist name.
10 top 10s, 9 top 5s, and 1 win for Kyle Ritchie this season. But it is Perrin Huggins that finished 10th here tonight. You see that? The 6-time winner will take home the season 3 championship. And what could have been if Cabe McClenny was here tonight, but he's not, so it's all about Perrin takes home the championship. We had 11 cars on the lead lap, and then all the way down to 19th place Sam Demien, who hit the pit barrels on his first green flag pit stop. But that was the Air Taco Fiesta Finale 150 at Charlotte. That's the conclusion of the backmarkershop.com championship chase, and again, our congratulations go out to Perrin Huggins on the title and Kyle Ritchie on the win. We'll be back tomorrow night for LSRL action. Xfinity Series heads to Bristol. And then we're off this Friday for Memorial Day. And yeah, we'll just be on Tuesdays and Fridays for a while. As obviously, we just finished season 3 here. So stay tuned to Race Affinity socials for their updates, for our socials, for all relevant updates for us. And see you back here tomorrow night for LSRL at Bristol. You'll take care.